Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a coin that most people barely notice. It looks small, silver-colored, and many people mistake it for a quarter. But what if that ordinary-looking coin could actually be a small piece of American history? What if that coin also had hidden collector value that many people don't realize exists? Today, we are exploring one of the most fascinating modern American coins, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar. At first glance, it may look simple, but this coin carries an incredible story about history, politics, design, and the evolution of United States currency. Welcome to Royal Coin Value USA, where every coin tells a story and every story reveals hidden value. To understand why this coin exists, we need to go back to the late 1970s. At that time, the United States Mint was looking for a new $1 coin that would replace the large Eisenhower dollar. Those earlier dollar coins were bulky and heavy, and most Americans did not like carrying them in their pockets. Government officials wanted a smaller, more convenient dollar coin that could circulate easily in everyday transactions. The solution was to create a new coin that would be closer in size to a quarter, but still clearly recognizable as a dollar. The result was the Susan B. Anthony dollar, first introduced in 1979. This coin was historic for another reason. For the first time in United States history, a real woman from American history appeared on a circulating coin. The coin honors Susan B. Anthony, a leader in the women's rights movement who spent much of her life fighting for equality and the right for women to vote. Susan B. Anthony was born in 1820 and became one of the most influential activists of the 19th century. Her work helped lay the foundation for the eventual passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920, which granted women the right to vote in the United States. Although she did not live to see that victory, her legacy remained powerful and influential. By the 1970s, many Americans believed she deserved to be honored on a coin. The design of the Susan B. Anthony dollar was created by the chief engraver of the United States Mint, Frank Gasparro. He had also designed the reverse of the Eisenhower dollar. On the front of the coin, known as the obverse, you can see a portrait of Susan B. Anthony facing to the right. Around the portrait are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the year of issue. The reverse side of the coin features an eagle landing on the moon while holding an olive branch. This design was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission patch and symbolizes American achievement in space exploration. Above the eagle appears the phrase United States of America and the denomination $1. This design created a powerful symbolic connection between American history on Earth and American exploration beyond our planet. Now let's talk specifically about the 1979 D version of this coin. The letter D below the date indicates that this coin was minted at the famous Denver Mint. The Denver Mint has produced billions of coins over the decades and is one of the primary production facilities for used coinage. In 1979, the Denver Mint produced more than 288 million Susan B. Anthony dollar coins. Because such a large number were made, the coin is not extremely rare in general circulation. However, condition and certain varieties can still make the coin valuable to collectors. Before we discuss value, let's examine the physical characteristics of the coin. The Susan B. Anthony dollar has a diameter of about 26.5 millimeters and weighs approximately 8.1 grams. The coin is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, similar to modern quarters and dimes. One interesting feature of the coin is its 11-sided border. Technically, the coin is round, but the rim contains 11 flat segments that help distinguish it from a quarter when touched. Despite this design feature, many Americans still confuse the coin with quarters because the size and color were very similar. This confusion became one of the biggest problems for the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Many people accidentally used the coin as a quarter or received it as change without realizing it was worth $1. As a result, the coin never became widely popular in circulation. By 1981, the United States Mint stopped producing the coin for general circulation due to low public demand. However, the coin returned briefly in 1999 because there was a shortage of dollar coins before the introduction of the Sacagawea dollar. Now let's talk about the question every collector wants to know. What is the value of a 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar today? In most circulated conditions, the coin is worth approximately $1 to $2. Because millions were produced and many still exist, the typical circulated coin is close to face value. However, coins in better condition can be worth more. Uncirculated examples that show no signs of wear may sell for around $5 to $10, depending on quality. Higher grade coins, graded MS-65 or better by professional grading companies, may sell for $20 or more. The most desirable coins are those with exceptional mint luster and very few marks. Two well-known professional grading companies are Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company. When coins are graded and authenticated by these companies, collectors gain confidence in their quality and authenticity. Another important factor that can increase value is the presence of mint errors or special varieties. One famous variety related to the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is the wide rim or near-date variety. In this variety, the date appears closer to the rim than usual. This variety is most commonly associated with the Philadelphia Mint version, but collectors still examine Denver coins carefully for unusual characteristics. Mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, and clipped planchets can also make a coin significantly more valuable. Some dramatic mint error coins have sold for hundreds of dollars, depending on rarity and visual impact. For collectors, the excitement often comes from searching through ordinary coins to find these unusual varieties. Even though the Susan B. Anthony dollar was not popular when it was first released, it has become an important part of modern coin collecting. Today, many collectors appreciate the coin because of its historical significance and unique design. The coin also represents a major milestone in American culture by honoring one of the most influential women in the nation's history. Another interesting aspect of this coin is how it reflects changing attitudes toward currency. For decades, Americans were used to paper dollar bills rather than dollar coins. Changing that habit proved difficult, even though dollar coins can last much longer than paper currency. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was an early attempt to encourage Americans to adopt dollar coins in everyday use. Although the experiment was not completely successful, it paved the way for later coins, such as the Sacagawea dollar and the Presidential Dollar series. For many collectors, the Susan B. Anthony dollar has become a symbol of persistence and historical progress. Even if the coin itself is not extremely rare, it still carries a story that connects politics, culture, economics, and design. When you hold a 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar in your hand, you are holding a coin that represents an important chapter in the evolution of American money. It reminds us that coins are more than just tools for buying and selling. They are miniature pieces of art and history that travel through time. Some coins pass through thousands of hands before finally ending up in a collection where their stories can be appreciated. Perhaps the most exciting part of coin collecting is the possibility that valuable coins might still be hiding in everyday places. Old piggy banks, coin jars, inherited collections, and even pocket change can sometimes reveal surprising discoveries. While most 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollars are worth only a few dollars, special high-grade examples or unusual mint errors can still attract serious collector interest. This is why experienced collectors always recommend carefully checking every coin before spending it. You never know when an ordinary coin might turn out to be a hidden treasure. At Royal Coin Value USA, we believe that every coin has a story worth telling. Some coins are valuable because they are rare. Others are valuable because they represent important moments in history. The 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar is a perfect example of a coin that combines both history and collecting interest. It represents the first time a real American woman appeared on circulating United States currency. It reflects a moment when the nation attempted to modernize its coinage system. And it continues to inspire collectors who search for the best examples and rare varieties. So the next time you see a Susan B. Anthony dollar, don't dismiss it as just another coin. Take a closer look. Check the mint mark. Examine the condition. Look for unusual details. Because hidden within that small coin may be a story that stretches back decades and a value that many people overlook. And who knows? The next valuable coin might already be sitting quietly in your pocket. This is Royal Coin Value USA, where history meets value and every coin tells a story waiting to be discovered.